Good morning, folks. It's 9:15 a.m. over here in Liverpool, England. I use Universal Time on the fourth month, sixth day, 2025. Let's see, double check my mic settings, and then I'll just try to calmly kick into a very upsetting topic to me, geoengineering. Yes, I'm satisfied with my mic settings. Wendy's lying again. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'll go down here to Sydney, right? And look at the timestamp down here at 9:15. That's right now. Yeah, but look at this. Right, this timestamp at 8:41. Yeah, it's only been 20 minutes. It's showing quite a different tale for you guys down here. And this is one of my concerns was when the pressure coming the beginning of next week on Monday-ish, overnight Sunday, is going to be in a perfect position to start having that upflow of its counterclockwise rotation start to bring some of the tropics down into the colder air that's been accumulating in some of the mountainous areas and in the low-lying dips and stuff. So when I see Windy lying right after I do a screenshot and tell you guys, and I did a post, I know I'm on to something. But I felt compelled to, no matter if my hand hurts or not, so you'll have to bear with it. I don't have a lot of screens open. And I want to do a chemtrail around the world one. It was a really bad spray day from Club Med all the way over to the United States, and eyes and so many places are affected by the geoengineering. So I don't know where to go first, so I'll just come up here. Hi. The endless flow from the tropics that's coming across the Capricorn Water Expressway there. A lot of this here is going to accumulate coming from the Indian Ocean. The initial flow right now is coming from the east towards the west, but that's about to change with some beams. So they're going to go first. They got some action coming over the next few days. These totals are not accurate. This is more what's to be expected because Windy is lying to you. Yeah, I keep an eye on things, but whether or not I was going to do a show or not, I was up in the air. Just said, no, that's that other one I pulled. When I was going for some more localized things, when I wanted to see how far back into the trough area is the cool air being held and what direction the rain will come from. I can usually tell by the mountain features. So I'm going to roll through this and I'm going to just tell you some stuff. Over this time here, period here, from here through, let's see, this is sending money Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, through Friday, and your time over here, I'm expecting over 200 mils plus through this belt here, which I'll just draw you a quick something down here for you guys, because they're being very inaccurate again. And this water's going to run. It's going to run wide because it's coming in very quick tendrils. Okay, so this area here is going to get the biggest totals. But there's an actual impact areas all the way through here, just north of Darwin, right? That for the heaviest totals. Yeah, let me get George Smiley on that high, so you don't think it's something else. Yeah, it's very easy to draw dingus on the map. So I'm expecting real heavy totals at 200 plus. And that's going to come at a fair quick batch. So I'm going to run through some of this, and you'll have to hear me as I interrupt and call Windy out for lying to us. Yeah, maybe my forcing their hand right now is. I do get watched. You have to say that, and I have been up for quite a few hours trying to determine where the pressure is going to go based on the EMF. And like I say, the endless flow is going to be adding up along this coastline here as well. From the Lockhart River area, and where this sticky up bit here is on the coast, that little mountain range through there, it's going to drop a lot of condensates along this coast as the various effects of lift and stuff happen. So again, I'm expecting a big total across here, and actually even through here where these dots are about to appear is also going to see some very sporadic storms. We have some decent storms actually rolling through Australia right now, which bear you guys seeing. You first. Yeah, you first. Right. Don't see any super duper boosting action. We're getting very good at hiding the straight lines of the beams. Like even to the point of turning the radar off like there was no clouds in existence there. Yeah, this is almost a splicing together of a few images. So radar off, radar off, radar off, radar on, radar on. Dun, 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 dun. Intention, future wounded. I think the BOM is hiding lies, but they didn't just hide a beam. I got him. I got you now. Really, I've got you now. There's a straight line right here. Follow the middle finger all the way across this straight line here. I'm going to put 3 fingers on the screen. Please don't make me have to use my pen. From here to here, there's a point to a point. You see a straight line? It's going to be pointing right at the next red station. The wedge itself runs right from about here. Excuse me. Center point here. Oh man, I'm going to have to squiggles this. Yeah, I can see a beam on here. It's kind of obvious to spot. And so we'll just bust their balls. Look at the V shape to this entire mass. Is there a radar station over in this area right here? And that's a bust, right? Or you could just look at the big picture. The beam itself is actually right there and right there. Mr. Squiggles has squiggled. You try doing this with a casting on your head. I'm really having a difficult time. It's been very painful. So watch this storm. They're being very inaccurate with its imagery. So I had to go to infrared to determine that there's a hell of a lot more clouds out there than is being shown by the Bureau of Morons. But they think you're morons, and that's why they lie to you. Even the map here today, we might hit 20 degrees, and they colored it like almost reddish orange on the map. Super duper heat wave. If I don't bring a windbreaker with me, I'll feel chilly. Yeah, I'll get all goosey on my arm there with the goosebumps. Yeah, that's a nasty looking cell. Let's have a quick look at this one here for 6 hours to see what kind of rotation, see if I can pick up any chem. Is the video rolling? Yes, it is. And a little bit there. That's such a terrible sight to see right now. I'm not ready to get all Tourette'sy on you. So just keep calm. Keep calm and show the bombs. Y'all be all worried about them bombing another country while they carpet bomb your ass right at home. Yep. Y'all cheering that kind of shit. My gosh, the death that went on yesterday over in the Middle East. I saved the souls of those people. Woe unto the children when the sins of the parents are visited upon them. I've heard that if that happens a lot. See how evenly spaced these dots are here, 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 through here? It's a chem deployment. Each one of those, you'll see it's fizzing off something. God only knows what kind of condensates are being made from the catalysts that were deployed in this mass right here. And get your ruler out. Just measure this shit. I'm going to the middle of each one there, right? Boom, 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 boom went the plumes, and away went their sunny day, blocking the sun. Yep. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, like a reef relief, or the clutching hands of the oppressive skeleton. This is not naturally occurring cloud formation, unless they're advertising the movie Cats or something over there. I just don't get this at all. Even Mr. Squiggles goes, what in the fuck did I just mark on the map? So that's that. And cans, I'm seeing some totals coming along this corridor, so we're going to have to keep an eye out for you guys up here again. So watch yourselves. This is just what's going on that came over earlier, but you see all that chem, this terribleness is over you? It's not the fog left over. That's chemical catalysts in the sky. And I'd really love a pH reading of that, of what kind of mist or something. And if you have the ability to take a petri dish sample of it, just run around with a swab. Just swing it in the air and scratch it along a petri dish and see what grows. Yeah, stick it in a cardboard envelope away somewhere cool. Seal it and check on it after a week or so. You can see if anything grew. We have to do our own science, which is stuff I'm doing here. I've just yet to have a foggy night. I had to assure myself a few samples from a few different parts of town, because that'll be a night I just go out, risk the neighborhood, and do some science. Look at that. That's chem bomb formation. See? But you know, in a time of Lent, when they want to use the cross to get their way with you, they will. There's some really wicked cells going over here in this band right here. You can really see the EMF stress that helps separate and move these bands when I show you on Worldview. Uh, from yesterday's stuff. I don't have much of the east coast of Oz that'll be showing on Worldview today because where the that black line's going to appear. It's going to take most of the east coast out, but it's showing me what I need to see, the tropics. I need to see the tropical belts. That's a weird looking storm. They're all happily land grabbing. Look at that big smiley cloud. Fucking phenomenal. So we got to watch these cells today. They're going to be dumping a lot of water very quickly. And I don't think the totals they were showing you on here reflect at all that storm that's right here under where my hand is, that's going to be dropping you about 7 or 8 centimeters just in the process of its passing, is even being shown to you guys. So I'm giving you the heads up. Keep your eyes to the sky. Do not trust the radar. They're being lied to. Yep. Why? That's an honest answer we all deserve, isn't it? We can say why and guess all day long. Why does a liar lie? You know, why when I look over here and I look down here, why don't I see this anymore? That was there this morning. These totals here. Why isn't that showing the 1/4 of a meter in a gap there around Sydney? How come they're not warning you guys? Why are they lying? Because we let them. We tolerate lies. We pay for lies. You ain't disguising your lies in disguise from my fucking eyes, that's for sure. Nor from any of yours. So, yeah, we're going to watch for these totals that are going to hit along the coastline. I'm expecting impact of that storm to begin around starting overnight hours of Sunday on the 12th. So we're going to have to watch the passages home from Canberra on the weekend. Looks like the path is going to have to be through Dubbo, Tamworth, and the back door because they're hitting the Bruce. They're hitting it hard right at the gap. So I'll keep you, the patriots down there that are fighting for your freedoms while you guys share memes. Yeah, they're down there getting sore bums and feet, sitting and sleeping on the ground. And so I'm watching for you guys. Don't be camping in that low-lying area down by the river. Move your camp, okay? You got days to do this because over the next few days, I'm expecting some nice weather. So enjoy the nights that you have. Cool nights. Expect that as well. Raincoat's going to be necessary. Yeah, get me some samples of this stew. Grow some petri dishes. You guys got agar. You can make this. You could do this. We have got to know. We ain't got the money our oppressors have that are poisoning us. New Zealand, hi, how you doing? Batch number 2. You have not been out of the woods. Yes, the storm never fizzled. Here comes batch 2. And it's going to come through on the quick. It's going to dump some fierce totals. Maybe 6 or 7 more centimeters coming your way. You can handle this, but the wind is going to be a factor. Okay, I'm expecting winds 20, 30 miles an hour, gusts over 45 and 50 through both islands. It's going to be roaring, actually roaring through Cook Strait, right around the passage there, so watch yourselves. If you're planning a ferry crossing there on Tuesday, you might want to reconsider that. Yes, you might want to. Well, you know, you might enjoy such an adventure. We'll lash you to the front. You're going to be like old Willie over here in town. Hi, all glory and everything. But, you know, at the end of the day, the geostorms come all the time. It can be winter and summer, summer and winter if the right catalyst and the right energy is applied into the clouds, Yeah, laser can slow a molecule down so it actually cools things instead of heats it. Wow. Yeah, these type things that we have to take on board. What? Yeah, you guys, some of you got some homework to do. Look at the totals going to be adding up there for the New Caledonia pipeline over there in Vanuatu and all that. So we'll be watching for honest totals on you guys as soon as I see some. But I'm expecting 7, 8 centimeters through here coming in various batches over the next 4 days. So keep your eyes on the sky, keep your ears for the thunder, and watch your mimic to make sure any beeves that you see might be leading towards your activity, you will learn how to identify, right? Because I've been teaching how to do this for years. I don't care if they remove my videos after 30 days. If you don't take the info on board after 10 minutes, what the hell's good 5 years from now? I have it on YouTube. I have it all backed up. Every time I do a video, I download it. I have it backed up. So, shh. Yeah, thank you everybody who's been concerned. Yeah, this is some horrendousness is going on in the world today. I also could say, if you feel my work is of value and you wish to support it, please do. The microscopy is starting to add up, the stuff that I have. And this fund has taken me around the planet. I've sat under the tree and talked to so many of you people, and it's allowed me to know what I know now. It just says D. Yeah, so I can share these things with you guys. The healing, that is so important. It was the solution. And one of the solutions I wanted to do was togetherness. And how many of you people, through me, have formed small little communities that talk to each other that I'll never know about? It's wonderful result I heard has occurred. So yeah, the answer is we. And if you care to support my work, I need it and I welcome it. Yeah, data, all this, it all adds up. Yeah, I'm popping down a pound a slide. Every couple of slides I stab myself with. And I will be checking blood again every day for you guys as I'm drinking the water. You'll see the progress. Should be looking much better today because I've had a glass in the middle of the night and I had one this morning. And this time I had a full 400 mil like I should have. Oh, it just astounded me when I learned about this. And then I dove into why does it happen? Why is this effect occurring? Can we make it happen other ways? And we can. So that was really cool to share. And I'll teach you how to do it for free. Because that's what it's about. Ooh, a little bit of wintry mix showing up there in New Zealand, a little bit wintry mix. Hey, someone what they're saying accumulation-wise. He's on borderline horrendous in a few areas. Are they matching what I said? Because I said about 7 through here is what I'm expecting. No, they're not matching me. Come on, get with it, 2 centimeters. Come on, Axis, get honest. Somebody get honest over here. No, it's just the Arthur Pass area. So we're waiting for the honesty now of the true totals, because I just mentioned something to you. Just take that on board. Yeah, you ain't totally out of the woods yet, because you got that second batch coming through. Hopefully it'll get delayed a bit north, and it'll spare some of the South Island. But the flow towards the winds is what's going to bring most of this across New Zealand itself over here in the Big Island. Or I shouldn't call it big. They both got a lot of square area. So with the sticky up bits over here by the volcano, gosh, that's beautiful. To see that from a distance is to have lived. You know, these are your ancestors right here, man. And they're going to get a bit wet. And I always get nervous when I see big totals coming there on the quick, because there's so many areas for the water to run down that mountain area. So be aware and be prepared. Never be scared. If you're scared, you're worried about dying. So get your life right, and then you will not be scared anymore. Ruchi, close the door. Hi. Here's some coastline action, which we're going to nail down for you guys. Yeah, I'm seeing some problems popping up. That's why I said they're hitting the Bruce. They want smart tech all along at Coffington's Harbor area and Nabucco again. Yep. Miss a body. They're missing somebody. Miss a body or runga. Again. Runga bunga runga. Wow, look at that, hey. They cursed the carry bombs over Raleigh, deployed by the stupid gits. Oh, no, they're lying about your totals. They fucking are, man. I don't like that. Do you like that? How does that make you feel? How does this make you feel? Well, you look at a map, and it goes that. And the timestamp is that. 8:41. And when I went 20 minutes later, it wasn't showing that. And it's been showing that for hours. You know what? They don't want you to know what I'm going to tell you. Is they're having another event over your coastline. The pressures of the geoengineering is absolutely perfect for this. So we will be prepared. Will we not? Why? Because we're still prepared from the last one, and the last one, and the last one, and the last one. We will say no to the Paris Agreement. We will say no to the geoengineering, because geoengineering will say no to you. No go outside, climate lockdown, climate chaos. Meanwhile, this is why. Our world isn't completely choked out with the same methods of blocking the sun over every country. You could make it illegal in the state of Florida. But is it illegal over the coast of Cuba, United States, and Mexico, the Gulf of over here. With the geoengineering, it's still evident. You told me they've had the powers to arrest people for chemtrails over Florida since 2003. Since 2003. Unless they have a permit, it says. Well, it's obvious then somebody has a permit, because I'm seeing it going on here over the state of Florida, right over here. Okefenokee swamp here, Great Swamp's is not being drained in America. Yes, don't you spread no lies about chemtrails around my fucking people, man. You better do your homework. So the bill is still being talked about. It was last read last month on the 4th. I'm waiting for the next. It's been amended, but the language that they're amending it to is very openly admitting to geoengineering, openly admitting that permits and things will be sold to do this, and we have a right to know. Just like when there's a pervert on our street, we deserve the right to know, with a website or to be told. We deserve to know when they're planning to block the sun. People be planning weddings and stuff, and other people be planning on destroying them. As I'm looking at chemtrails here over Wilson Lake, over here in Lexington and Athens. Yeah, that's Tennessee. Why is it flood? This is over on April Fool's Day. While the people were putting foolish stuff out about them ending chemtrails in the United States. This is the Blue Ridge Parkway with a pentagram drawn over the top of it. Doing dark magic over my forest, harvesting the energy of positive things towards negative fucking people. All the way to Mexico and California. Tell me they ended chemtrails in Mexico. I tell you, you're full of shit. All you gotta do is go walk. There again. The evenly spaced plumes that are not puffy, round, cumulus clouds. Look at the squiggles over here on the bottom of this from the shadow that's making. See it? That one there made that shadow. See the squiggle? So that's a long way away to be blocking the sunshine. Someone looking up over this island out here. You know, you got to look at it. My thumb is really starting to hurt. I'm not sure how much more it is I can continue to do, but I'm going to fucking suck it up, Buttercup. And today was bad. Yeah, this is the 6th. All I have from Australia is this little peak. Just a little peak. And I get a little peek at Master Bateman's Bay. You've been playing with your minds. See this here? That is not like a volcano. That is not a wildfire. That is some kind of chem bomb mix that's blocking light in a very bad way. Imitating a volcano is the goal. It says that all the time. Sulfur dioxide, sulfuric acid, sending back sunlight to space. And you can see the pulse wave that's holding it in line. As I zoom back here, I'm going to squiggle this shit and show you some basic geoengineering you can read at just looking at this map. So let's do that right now. And this is the latest, not so greatest image I have of my beautiful Mother Earth being toxified over the top of her. Right? Straight off. We got, I'll give you perp. I like the purple color. Straight off, we have a square. Will you deny that? Goodbye to that one. We have another square. Right there. Will you deny that? If you are, I will now take you back to kindergarten. This is a pulse wave. Like an eyebrow. Like it could put out a pulse radar. You can have a radar here and it's boop, 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 energizing. With its main energy focused and amplified in one spot. That's kind of what's going on there. It's too much to erase. I could do some of this with my finger. Okay, so just bear with Mr. Squiggles today, and I will be happier. Now, if I look up here in the tropics, I see a move that aims the river of moisture. You have a beam coming down like this, right? But you also have another one of those, well, the eyebrow beam, I've been calling it for years. And you can see the pulse lines in here. So I'd say you have a ship out here. See that there? So it's easy to spot the geoengineering. So I know that they're guiding moisture. Let's say if the tropical band is up here, it moving along will run into a barrier here, and it'll extend that a little bit north as it's moving along, because it's just moving, right, all the time. So it takes diversions to move it north or south of certain areas. Here's a flow line here too. There you go. No, another one of them eyebrow beams, like Brooke Shields done popped one down on a pillow for you. You can see one plain as day right here again. You can see these energized areas. And again, you draw your lines. Triangulation. And when you get to the center of that, what do you see? What do you see right here? Chem bombs. Yeah, there's a ship there. Right, I can do that again now. I can get it a little bit bigger. Now you get in the center of that, and I see this. I see a square, and I see dot, 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 and a bigger dot right there. And so it's showing you have something deploying some, experimenting with the weather. I also am picking up a small haze of a radar here that I zoomed in, and some more same type activity going there. So you can have more than one device working, or this ship could have sent a sounding rocket, boom, and they explode. You know, cascading fireworks in the sky. It's pretty easy to catch these deployment if you just use your head and think about things. You know, so we can see a lot in the skies. And we know that squares don't occur all the time in nature, like through here. But yet we see them all the time. And boy, did you guys get choked out. This is today. This is New Zealand. This is setting up those rains that are coming. Ass hurts. It makes my ass hurt sitting here looking at this all day. Yeah, just totally. But yet there's a spot. You would say, like, okay, to simulate a mountain range, you can use EMF waveforms. This has been well documented by me and others, and the scientific principles are sound. So I would expect to see a break in clouds there, you know, and here due to mountains. When I start to see the square like this, I go, man, they energized you. And then I see the mountain range goes out to sea, right? Continued, I said, you got a beam. And that's evidence of a beam. And it's used to control the flow through here, right? That's a no-go. It doesn't want to go through there. And so the wind starts backing up through here. It ends up going this way. Yeah, it just shuts that venturi down, or this passage between here and here where flow that direction up and down here can cause a suction to occur. Through there. And right now the suction's cut off. Yeah, they cut you off. See the big square off the side? See, I'm not doing a bunch of savings on these. I just said I would go over some images, and I can look over here off the side, and I see a fairly military-looking deployment, like you would see a chem dump of fuels and stuff out the back door or somewhere or something through here. See the squares? It's very easy to see the geoengineering. It's not just you, New Zealand, that cops it. See the V shape even. Station. They run a right here. You got a radar. And if you got a radar there, because the clouds say your glitch is showing. You took your pants down for me. I see where it's going. It's nice to be able to use my left hand a bit to do what I'm doing now. And even in here, you get Bill Gates' logo right here is the center of the square, like his logo. Or you could definitely make a swasticular formation out of that. Do I have to point that out? No, I'd be more apt to show you the method. You ever hear of a shape charge? Let's see if we can do this. My hand is not cooperating. Come on. Yay. Yay. Right. The object of my attention is this big fucking square over here. It look like a Windows logo. Brought to you by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Well, you can make a swastika inside it. Would you agree? That you can make this in here? Ta-da-da-da-da. Ta-da-da-da-da. Right on those angles right there. You can't tell me they ain't Nazified your skies. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me it. And right in the center here, you get a dot, a dot, a dot, and a dot. Dot, da, 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 da. Have some chem bombs. Have some toxic skies. Sneezing much. Gesundheit. from above heights. High Gesundheit. Yep. Good night, sein pussies. Yes. Fucking the only glimpse you get of your coastline is an absolute crime scene. So I have to zoom back and go, what's the world picture look like? What's our last family picture look like? Now, that was yesterday. I gave you a glimpse of that already, and I think I showed enough of you guys to you guys. And it's time for you to realize the sky goes around everywhere. What you spray one place goes another. Even over the coast of Japan here, they're not having no super hibachi moment, cooking up all the what's left of your Wagyu beef. Making you pay too much for a fucking hamburger. Look at the bombs here off of their coast. You start to recognize the formations yet? Yeah, any plane that flies through that's going to leave a straight line of condensates that lasts and lasts and lasts. It's a planned manufacturing method of sun blockage, but the chemicals came from somewhere else and didn't come from that plane that went under it. And they're making a storm here. You see that look? I know they're making a storm now here, so I'll have to keep an eye on this area of the world. What island is this? Who's about to get fucked? Japan. That goes over here. That could be China or Korea getting some action in a few days. We'll have to keep an eye on that big shit stripe. Something just flew along here, just dumping. Who knows? That's how they're getting rid of their toxic waste barrels instead of burying them in your swamp. They're just dumping them in the sky. Sometimes it feels that way. So if you're underneath this, you're going to get some bad fallout, and it's not going to be very good for the trees and stuff over what place is this here? Where have we arrived? It's King Chemtrail, capital of Wuhan. Yeah, and they gave us the old dong ho over there. Wu Chang, the Wu Chang clan. Yeah, that's Wuhan. Where they lie about viruses and falling on your face to sell product that's manufactured there. Called oppressive, monitoring of your entire life. Have some Chinese internet protocols. Yeah, I'm feeling a little political today. Watch out as I hear it coming out. Chitty gong gong, chitty chitty gong gong. Shitty weather, chitta chitta gong gong. Chittagong. This guy looks like Chittagong, like that. Right, there's the square, there's the bomb. The chemical catalyst for the EMF to turn into various plasmoids. Plasmoids being thought about by spasmoids. Who would have thought that the kid you bullied would want to kill everybody in the world? Hey, imagine that. So not so far-fetched that we're seeing clouds all over the desert where they're not supposed to be any. And the geoengineering signs are very, very evident of the geoengineering program, which is very well documented over the South Peninsula. And it's very good at creating huge, massive floods that run very far, wide, and deep. You know, like an area with no clouds, a whole circle of it. What does that mean to you? It means that's where the center of the pulse is. Yeah, bzzz, getting fried. African style. How we looking down here on the Cape today? Can we find a spot? Anything pristine left on the Serengeti even? We must not forget the Serengeti while we're eating our spaghetti. Look at this big blob of crap out here. That's a very high level chem bomb deployment there. Look at the condensates, and it changed the atmosphere around it. Blowing it out in a circle around itself. Yeah, and they have to send a plane through it. Stir it up. Yeah, send air traffic control. Take traffic 39er up the old wazoo for somebody, please. And the plane, he's totally innocent of having any button saying chemtrail on or chemtrail off. And anybody who says that, prove it. With more than just a meme you made up. Because I can prove that something's going on in the high atmosphere. I've showed you the definition of what Florida says an aircraft is. Right. Pretty much anything you go up there that can be controlled or you can control other than a parachute. A parachute does not count as an aircraft. Yeah, so that confirms a lot. And I can always see when something's going over the top of another cloud. And this is horrendous looking. Out here in the beautiful ocean. Our sweet, gentle water. Because there ain't no fucking heavy surf under the water. They're just currents. And our toxins that are falling out and being ingested. Is where have we made it over to yet? Am I over to the United States of, oh my God, are we ignorant, fluoride drinking, yahoo, yeehaw, I'll shoot you because that makes me correct. And I could see a right turn Clyde here, cloud, boom, 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 boom. Something just jetting along here, farting up the sky. Boy, they're going to fuck up one day. Some of this shit might catch fire. Because these are nanometallics. Yeah, that's possible. Oops, we turned the power up. We had a surge on a laser we didn't expect. Oh, the magnets went wild when the electrolink with the sun connected a full-on fucking Birkeland current. You see the wazoo look to that again, the eyebrow beam right here? It is energized area out here in these beautiful waters that have been so taken advantage of by oil industries and chemical industries trying to clean up the messes of the oil industry. That really made me angry about the memory itself that they've given this body of water. And blessing this water, and I love you, this water. You know, watching how many days of spraying over it's illegal to spray in Florida. Should we go back to the day when everybody got poisoned and it was bad smoke? And look at that there, Orlando. And we'll go back March 25th when a bunch of people complained about getting sick around here. Tampon, Florida over there. Look at the mess. You don't tell me they've ended chemtrails or like there's a forest fire out here at sea. Because that's got like a fire look. But I go over here, I don't see that color of smoke. So something's going on, or something's being burned on a platform, or somebody's toxifying the thing over here trying to make you care about it. Trying to blame you for climate change when a man with a weather device can heat up and change the atmosphere. With men with fireworks could be deployed in our skies that could have chemicals in them that have certain effects when hit with energy. And they make the clouds that poison the people. This big square here of this out near Louisiana. Yep. The old sky farty grise and yeah, this is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Last family picture where I have of the entire world, where we have taken into account the trees and the birds and the animals. When I look back at my old girl over here, I don't feel I'm being a very good guardian of the planet. I just don't. Because again, I zoom back. I'm looking for the darkest blue spot I can find. Give me something up here. Do I see anything? Is there a spot? I don't find a cam. No. There it is. No, there it is. We got to take a close look at the big picture here, I think. Because it's adding up to real bad. Because that was the darkest blue spot I can find. How about up here? I have to go in really close. Now I got that down there. That could be an iceberg. Let's just pretend it's an iceberg. I found 10 square miles of fucking the earth that didn't have a fucking chem bomb currently over it. Thank God. But this area here, as we head towards the Denmarks and the Swedens, where the girl that preached about climate change and lied to you about being poisoned talked about shit, what do you see? What do your eyes behold? Are you beholding that you're the problem? No, you're not. You're not doing this. You're using gas, and you going in your car places ain't doing this. You heating your house because you cold ain't doing this. Philanthropists are doing this. Harvard program is doing this. And this is my Mediterranean Sea. Welcome to Club Chem. Totally choked out the entire central Mediterranean Sea. And it's now ready to collect some sand. Because they'll work a wind over from the great sand pit over here, send it over Europe. And you'll see some quakes when they hit that with some energy right off the coast of Italy. Mamma mia! That's the shits of skies. Holy fuck. You better pray to God that this planet forgives us for what we're allowing to happen. From sunrise to sunset, you're being poisoned. You're being lied to about your forecast. I don't see one lucky country out here anymore. All I see is disrespectful, parasitic species allowing the policy even and thoughts of sunlight being blocked from all life and all forests on my planet as a good idea, and not even worrying you cheer that shit. I think you got a badly paced priorities. I think I'm seeing a huge lack of fulfillment of human potential. And let's fix this shit. Or we're gonna wake up dead one day. That is all. Big love. Stay safe. Peace.